So why is it that romance often, sparks at workplace?
See, actually, what happens is 1/3 of the time employees spend at work. So there are shared goals, shared experiences, shared timelines, deadlines, and there's more scope of getting familiar. And as per psychology, also, human mind is prone to get varied experiences. They feel happy, so there are happiness hormones that get secreted, and therefore it feels very good. And sometimes people also a mistake feeling good as love, so they call it as romance, but perhaps I think it may not be always love and romance. It could be just feeling good at the workplace, and therefore it is commonly understood as romance, but it may not be romance as such.
Okay, so with these common experiences, shared experiences, but what are the common things, feelings or emotions which are fulfilled due to this office romance and which are not fulfilled outside of work? ऐसी कौन सी वो इमोशंस या एक सपोर्ट मिलता है?
Yes, so what happens is psychologically also, this is also called mirroring.
Okay.
So people are drawn to others who understand them, where they feel seen, heard, and understood. And typically, this validation in marriage gets faded away with time. When you feel understood and heard and seen in a connection, that is where you are drawn. So there are shared struggles. There are moments where you have common goals, where you have common.
We have a common boss to hate.
Yes. There are common bosses, common co-workers, common topics to discuss, to gossip. So therefore, this is very common at workplace.
हाँ, तो साइकोलॉजिकल नीड्स वो इमोशन से फुलफिल.
हाँ, मतलब psychologically every human being needs this serotonin and dopamine and oxytocin, which is easy to get with more and more time that you spend with people.
सो राइट, शेयरिंग कॉमन ऑफिस गॉसिप्स.
मेरे वर्क प्लेस पे क्या होता था, हम HR में थे ना, कॉमन ये पूछते रहते थे, तो क्यों होते हैं ऑफिस रोमांसेस ऐसे? कई बार क्या होता है, हम हमारे जो हॉबीज़ या टेस्ट्स, फूड, पीपल, बिलीफ सिस्टम्स, थॉट्स, वो सब सेम रहते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
फिर ऐसा भी होता है कई बार कि सेम कॉलेजेस से आए हुए हैं, इंस्टीट्यूशन से आए हुए हैं, वहाँ पे अपने पुराने नॉस्टैल्जिक फीलिंग्स को हम डिस्कस करते हैं. टीचर्स हो गए पुराने, या कॉमन एक्सपीरियंसेस विद द स्कूल टीचर्स और कॉलेज प्रोफेसर्स और प्रीवियस वर्क प्लेसेस. तो ये सारे, जैसे हमने बॉसेस कहा, वैसे टीचर्स और प्रोफेसर्स भी होते हैं जिनको हम डिस्कस करते हैं. तो ऐसे में बहुत नेचुरल है, दिस इज़ वेरी नेचुरल टू feel that feel very good about all that we always, there's a deep down subconscious desire to be understood and heard with your life experiences. And when there's a vibe, I call it a vibe, if your vibe matches with someone, it feels on cloud 9. मतलब वो तो एक अलग ही लेवल पे इतना अच्छा फील होने लगता है कि ऐसे लगता है लाइफ कितनी सिंपल है, लाइफ में कोई प्रॉब्लम भी नहीं है.
नहीं, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. सी, इफ यू आर इवन ट्रैवलिंग राइट फ्रॉम यहाँ से कहीं आप जा रहे हो एंड यू फाइंड अ कॉमन पैसेंजर, ओ अरे आप नागपुर से, सो
एग्जैक्टली
आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि पूना में कितने लोग हैं आईटी में. देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल वर्किंग एट बैंगलोर, मुंबई, हु आर फ्रॉम अ कॉमन सिटी, लेट्स से नागपुर.
Correct.
सो ऑफ कोर्स वो भी एक कॉमन ग्राउंड बन जाता है ना, कि वी हैव सो मेनी शेयर्ड एक्सपीरियंस अबाउट नागपुर. So if we are not going back to Nagpur and we are staying there, so वो एक common
the
bonding ground
city,
बन
the
जाता है.
college, the school that you went, and all that, when it brings that nostalgia actually generates a lot of happiness hormones. And tell me, who does not want to feel happy?
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
joyful?
Yes, yes. So, but see, being happy is one thing, but how can one differentiate from, an actual attraction and this, I guess, being a proximity driven attraction? Like, because somebody, you are sitting with them every day for 8 hours, you're meeting them every day, वो proximity based है या genuine है? How to differentiate that?
See, somewhere a space inside you tells you that this is just a flirty behavior, or is this something that you feel deep down for the other person? if there is a deeper feeling and if it is consistent, like ऐसा नहीं कि आज अच्छा लगा उससे बात करके लेकिन 2-3 बार बात करने के बाद you feel oh this is feeling clingy or little toxic and you know हम problems ज़्यादा discuss कर रहे हैं rather than happy moments. So these are some benchmarks to understand whether this is just attraction for you know one time or maybe twice, or is this an ongoing thing which makes you come back to the person again and again. Okay, this is the space where I feel safe, this is where I feel heard and understood. So when this happens on an ongoing basis consistently for a very long time, I think this is not mere attraction, but this is something deeper connection that you may feel with a person.
And this is not just the person with whom you can just gossip. You can, you know, you can share
you
your
can share
your
you
fears
can be vulnerable,
probably. Yeah,
you can actually feel exposed and still feel safe.
safe. Correct.
So the safety is also very important. Whereas in attraction, there is, you know, very superficial attraction which makes you feel, "Arey haan," you know, it is more of appearance and some habits maybe. But then if it is deep down, you feel very safe even when you are exposed. So all your parts are seen. It doesn't matter that, you know, you don't feel judged basically.
Okay.
So that is not attraction. That is something deeper that one is able to create.
Okay, so be it a genuine attraction or a proximity based attraction, it does affect you mentally. I am
Yes.
very sure it affects you.
Yes, it
So
does.
I can guess how it can affect you negatively, but how can it affect you positively? I want to know that.
I just now said that happiness hormones get generated when you are seen, heard, and understood, and somebody just gets you on, you know, on spot. So this is when it helps you to get motivation in life. You want to become a better person. आपको ऐसे लगता है कि इस person के लिए मुझे अपने आप को, you know, अच्छा दिखाना है, अच्छा दिखना है, अच्छा prove करना है. So there's a lot of motivation that comes with all of this. So this is a positive impact on the person in any kind of relationship, be it attraction or maybe a deeper soul bond.
And a few negative ones also, because I have a couple of them in my mind, but
Okay, negatives are more than positive, I will tell you. However,
okay, so my list is very small. I just had two.
Yes. So, however, this can be actually the more you get acclimatized to these, and you know, there is also one more thing that I would like to point out here, that when you deal with the negatives, you actually transform also, you evolve. And when you do that, it becomes a positive reinforcement into being into that relationship. So, even if there is a negative impact, so there's a lot of times there's stress, there's anxiety, because the other person's problems become your problems also at times. So there is this constant overthinking कि अरे उसके साथ क्या हो रहा होगा,
Correct.
उसे कैसा फील हो रहा होगा, हाउ कैन आई हेल्प. तो आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स तो अपनी जगह पे हैं, या आपने और एड ऑन कर लिए अपने लाइफ में इशूज. However, if you learn to deal with them, if you maintain that equilibrium, you know, you come at a level where you understand that, okay, let me be solution oriented than problem oriented.
Right.
So अगर आप प्रॉब्लम पे फोकस करेंगे तो आप नहीं डील कर पाएंगे, लेकिन अगर आप सोल्यूशन पे फोकस कर पाएंगे तो आपको ऐसे लगेगा ओके नाउ माय कैपेसिटी इज इंक्रीज्ड, आई एम एबल टू हैंडल माय कंसर्न्स आल्सो एंड द अदर पर्सन्स कंसर्न्स आल्सो एंड स्टिल बी स्टेबल एंड यू नो काम एंड कंपोज्ड.
So I'm very sure कि negative की list काफी लंबी है.
लंबी इसके अलावा भी हो सकती है, बट लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल इफ द पार्टनर्स आर सिंगल and they are into commitment, so they can see a long term future with each other. But then I do get clients who come where one of the partners, you know, is married or just gotten into marriage, or maybe has a relationship already into the relationship, and that is where the struggle actually multiplies. Why? Because you are already committed in one relationship, whereas you started falling for someone else. So that is also a challenge that comes up. So there is a lack of clarity in the beginning, but then as you grow over a period of time, and then you realize, okay, where is the utility in this connection? Is there any utility? If you don't find any utility, you may find it difficult to come out of that connection. So there is a futility also. So if you recognize the futility in that connection, it is better to come out than to continue, I think.
So basically we need to check कि utility है या futility है.
हाँ, अगर फ्यूटिलिटी है तो काहे अपने नर्वस सिस्टम को प्रेशर दे रहे हैं आप, ऐसा है.
Understood. Even if one sees the utility or futility, okay, वो उन्होंने एक ऐसा कुछ चार्ट बना के okay, this is fine or this is not good. Even if they want to do it, we have to set boundaries for that also, because we are at a workplace. So there has to be, I'm very sure there has to be boundaries. So how to set these boundaries, how to gauge what should be the boundary and how to implement those.
Okay, so here I would like to add one more negative impact, because once you are into some connection and there are more than happiness hormones that are needed for the brain, you could go imbalance.
Correct.
Okay, and that is where your work gets affected and your performance gets affected at your office, and then you are not given a right kind of appraisal, or you don't perform at workplace. You are not able to meet your deadlines, timelines, and then your manager keeps getting annoyed at you, and there are times when you can't handle it. You feel like there's a lot of waste of time that is happening, and you have to set your boundaries before they get converted into walls actually. Because if you don't set your mental contract with the other person, there may be times that you get exhausted in meeting the other person's demands, and then you land up into getting your own life affected. So boundaries, yes, are very, very important, and they should be mutual actually. Mutual in the sense you have to make the other person also understand that this is the investment that I would like to make, otherwise there's no point in continuing this. So one has to be very vigilant in understanding all of this.
I like the metaphor where you said that, it's better to set boundaries before they convert into walls.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, because when they reach a point of no return, then you actually have to just break. And breakups are very hurting. So,
And that affects both the parties then.
yes, it does. The nervous system really gets exhausted. And it is better to keep people away from you if your nervous system is... Because life में केवल love sufficient नहीं होता है survive करने के लिए. There are a lot of other things that are important in life. You need to balance everything. Your survival just doesn't come with love. It has to have a lot of other things in life. You have other goals, you have other priorities, you have got other obligations, responsibilities to fulfill. You just can't say कि ये काफ़ी है मेरे जीने के लिए. वो sufficient नहीं होता है.
Correct.
और हम कोई टीनेजर्स नहीं है यहाँ पे. हम अगर वर्क प्लेस में हैं तो वी आर एट एन एज वेयर वी हैव we should have some consciousness and responsibility that demands कि हम उस एज में नहीं हैं जहाँ पे बिना सोचे समझे हम कुछ भी करें.
Correct.
तो इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि जो भी हम कदम उठा रहे हैं वो सोच समझ के करें.
And what might be the risks psychologically and professionally of dating probably your superior, your boss, or your subordinate, or somebody, in the command chain? So what can be the risks involved here?
Oh my God, many.
I'm very sure.
Actually, it is not advisable. At least it should not be very evident at your workplace. At all, if it is there, one has to make sure that it is outside office in the first place, and the partners have to be very, मैं कहती हूँ कि समझदार and wise होने चाहिए ताकि किसी की भी life affect ना हो, because it's not easy to handle, and whatever you may say, whatever feelings you may have, you are living in a society that does not permit certain things. So हम ये नहीं बोल सकते कि हमें दुनिया की परवाह नहीं है. कहीं ना कहीं सबको दुनिया की परवाह होती है जब आप उस सिचुएशन में डाले जाते हो जहाँ आप हैंडल नहीं कर सकते. तो मैंने पहले भी कहा कि आपको बस सब कुछ बैलेंस करना है.
Right.
आप कोई ऐसा कदम नहीं उठाना अफोर्ड कर सकते जो आपको बैकफायर हो और जो आपकी पूरी लाइफ को इम्पैक्ट करके रख दे. इट इज़ ईजियर सेड दैन डन कि हम देख लेंगे जब होगा तब होगा, बट इट इज़ नॉट at all easier said than done. When you are actually put into that situation, when you are asked questions at your workplace or by your maybe other colleagues or juniors, there will be a lot of gossip that you will not be able to handle also.
Correct. So, and I've also seen a lot of corporate policies. They discourage, workplace romance and, dating at work.
Yeah, correct.
Like they have that strict policy against it also.
Yes, because you never know And especially with the new laws that are coming in at workplace, where it is a complete no-no, because the management is not here to handle those concerns.
Right. And it hampers the productivity of the company as well,
Exactly,
at the end of the
productivity
day.
hamper होती है और मैनेजमेंट के पास और हजारों काम है देखने के लिए, rather than handling these loves and romances at workplace.
Correct.
कि अगर किसी बंदे ने आके कहा कि इस बंदी ने मुझे ऐसा किया, या किसी बंदी ने आके कहा कि मुझे ये बंदे ने ऐसे कहा, a lot of situationships that are happening these days. Or once they are outside office, then that's okay. But then if the energy is being carried at workplace also, कि सुबह सुबह मीटिंग है और हम दोनों एक ही टीम में हैं, और वो टीम के दो लोग अगर ऐसे उखड़ के बैठे हैं,
हाँ, absolutely.
तो बाकी लोग भी इम्पैक्ट होते हैं. कम कॉर्पोरेट्स के बॉटम लाइंस, टॉप लाइंस, सब अफेक्ट होते हैं. सो यू कांट अफोर्ड टू डू ऑल दिस एट वर्क प्लेस.
I wish you were in HR in one of the MNCs right now.
Yeah,
You
no,
would
I
have
was.
faced-
So I'm telling you,
Exactly.
from my
You would have
experience
faced
at
you
workplace.
have you would have faced so many cases, I guess.
Yes, in fact, every day I remember I used to meet at least 4 to 5 employees on a one-on-one basis, where I came across such instances where it was difficult for us to at times handle. बोलेंगे कि उसने मुझे ऐसा कहा, उसने मुझे ये कहा. And when I took those issues to the management ने कहा कि ये सारे issues को साइड में रखो. You don't have to bother about solving these concerns about them.
Correct.
Whatever it has to relate with the work and the productivity and the company, just deal with those. Rest. कई बार मैंने पहले भी मेंशन कहा है कि ऐसे भी लोग आते हैं जो कहते हैं कि हम अपने फैमिली मेम्बर्स को मूवी नहीं लेके जा सकते, संडेज़ को हमें ऑफिस आना पड़ता है. एंड देन व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग ऑन अ संडे एट वर्क प्लेस, वी रियली डोंट नो. So that's where the management is a complete no-no. They will have strict rules when it comes to office romance. And I'm with them.
So are there any chances that any office romance, if it turns sour, okay, so that can spiral into a posh kind of situation?
Oh, yes, of course it can. Because we are, again, human beings. We are not saintly. And every human being will look for their own benefit
Absolutely.
and saving their own self. So this is also called self-protection or self-preservation. So when it comes to that, and when you can't handle anything, it can convert into a posh situation where you can feel actually, you can feel trapped in a situation like this, and it becomes very difficult to come out of it. In fact, many a times people may fall into depression also at times. When you can't handle this, you may fall into depression.
Right, because your career is at stake now.
Your career,
If you are in a posh situation,
your
then
career, your reputation,
everything.
your image that you have built up till now, and your mental health is at a stake. As I said, you can fall in depression. Your nervous system is impacted to a great extent,
Absolutely, yeah.
and you can't afford that. Especially when you have your parents, your children to take care of, and you can't afford to get into a situation just for your enjoyment or entertainment purpose.
What happens when a couple who's having this office romance, they break up? मिलना आपको रोज है. If और बेकार चीज अगर आप सेम टीम में हो, so what happens then? क्योंकि वो that is a very awkward situation, I guess, कि आपको मिलना भी रोज है, काम भी साथ में करना है, but you're not together anymore. Handling that, how to handle, कैसे करेंगे? I don't think so. It's not easy.
Yes, मेरे पास आए हैं एक केस ऐसे कि ब्रेकअप हो गया है, अलग हो गए हैं, डिसाइड भी कर लिया है कि हम बात नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन उसके साथ रोज़ हमें सेम मीटिंग में, सेम कॉन्फ्रेंस रूम में, सेम डिस्कशंस में बैठना होता है, बात करना भी ज़रूरी हो जाता है, और हमारे पास हाथ में कोई और जॉब है नहीं, वहीं पे हमें साथ में काम भी करना है. It becomes really tough to get along like that, because once the breakup happens, you just can't stand that person.
Right.
And when you can't stand that person, and despite that you have to unwillingly do certain tasks, it becomes really tough. And that is where you need to be very, very strong-willed, and you have to be emotionally very secure, and you have to work around this. So it's not easy, definitely not easy.
And what might be the reasons that these kind of relationships turn sour, or कि breakup की तरफ जा रहे हैं, या there are some problems which
Yes,
occur on day to day
I think
basis?
lack of maturity
Okay.
to understand the other's perspective is one major reason. And this is where if they seek help, if they seek counseling, if they seek an expert advice, this maturity will get developed over a period of time so that you can see the other person's perspective as well.
Correct.
You just can't say ki, you can't be high and mighty saying ki whatever I think is correct. There has to be another perspective for sure. So this ego and this self-respect, and these are all very interesting derivatives. But then वो derivatives कैसे reach हुए हैं, उसके पीछे क्या क्या हो सकता है कहानी, वो कहानी आपको भी जानना ज़रूरी होता है from the other person's perspective also.
And due to all this, can a person have job dissatisfaction also, कि भाई मुझे करना ही नहीं है, जो वो छोड़ देता हूँ मैं ये?
होता है ना, होता है, फ्रस्ट्रेशंस होते हैं, इरिटेशंस होते हैं कि मुझे करना ही नहीं है. मतलब सबका एक एंड्योरेंस होता है, सबकी कैपेसिटी होती है टू हैंडल ऑल दैट. और अगर आपको लगता है कि आप नहीं कर सकते, तो दैट इज़ वेयर यू गेट सो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. एज ए सेड, नर्वस सिस्टम इम्पैक्ट होता है. मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि इनफैक्ट yesterday only I had a client who said that मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैं जॉब ही छोड़ दूँ, क्योंकि उसकी वजह से मैं घर पे भी आई एम नॉट एबल टू पे अटेंशन टू माई other responsibilities also. So it's better I quit my work and then take a break and then restart. But then what in case you can't afford to do that as well?
Right.
So there's a lot of frustration that builds in that over a period of time.
And what would you suggest from a psychology point of view to people who are considering starting a romantic relationship at workplace?
Okay. So I would suggest that अगर आपको रिलेशनशिप में आना है कॉन्शियसली, दैट येस आई वांट टू डेट समबडी, आई वांट टू गो आउट विद समबडी, ट्रैवल विद समवन, हैव अ गुड टाइम विद समवन, फॉर वॉट एवर रीजंस इट कुड बी, देयर हैज़ टू बी अ मेंटल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. मेंटल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से आई मीन यू हैव टू बी वेरी ओपन एंड ऑनेस्ट इन योर कम्युनिकेशन एंड योर नीड्स इन दैट कनेक्शन. अगर आपके नीड्स क्लियर नहीं है, सो देयर विल बी अ कॉन्स्टेंट, एज आई सेड, एंग्जाइटी एंड पैनिक सिचुएशन वेयर यू आर कॉन्स्टेंटली एक्सपेक्टिंग and you are either over giving or you are over expecting. तो वो दोनों ही सिचुएशंस आपके नर्वस सिस्टम के लिए ठीक नहीं है. वो बात और है कि धीरे धीरे उसमें रहते रहते आप सीख जाते हैं, बट वाई अननेसेसरी इम्पैक्ट योर नर्वस सिस्टम टू दी एक्सटेंट कि एक दिन ऐसा है कि आप अपने आप को हैंडल ही नहीं कर सके.
कंप्लीट ब्रेकडाउन आ जाए.
ब्रेकडाउन की स्थिति तक क्यों आना है?
करेक्ट.
मेंटल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इंक्लूड्स what are the timings that you can decide upon the times when you would contact. There has to be some mutual goals कि हम ये टाइम तक ही हम बात कर पाएंगे, इसके बियॉन्ड हम मैसेज करेंगे, या अगर हम नहीं कर पाए तो देयर हैज़ टू बी ट्रस्ट इन दैट कनेक्शन.
एब्सोल्युटली.
तो वो जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है, अगर वो हमने पहले ही सेट कर लिए, एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो गया कि ओके, आई नो इफ द पर्सन इज नॉट पिकिंग अप द फोन, it is this. If there are some needs that you want to be fulfilled in that connection, please be open and honest. And then one can have the liberty to even decide, okay, if you ask me to message you 3 times a day, I can message 2 times a day, not 3 times a day. So there's this couple who comes to me. मतलब केवल the girl comes for counseling. She says that I have started dating someone and our work timings are different.
Okay.
So he asks her to ask him every day कि खाना खाया क्या, ब्रेकफास्ट पे क्या खाया, और सोने के पहले 5-10 मिनट बात कर लेंगे. तो दिस गर्ल सेड कि मैं ये कर सकती हूँ, ये नहीं कर सकती हूँ. सो दैट हैज़ टू बी म्यूचुअल. अगर उतने हमने बाउंड्रीज अपने बना लिए या हमने एक्सपेक्टेशंस मैच कर लिए, तो फिर मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतना प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. सो मेंटल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इंक्लूड्स द टाइमिंग्स, the expectations, the needs that a person wants from the other person.
And what about jealousy? Like अगर सेम टीम में है दोनों, on the same horizon, एक को ऑप्शन मिल रहा है आगे बढ़ने का, one is getting appraisal, one is getting promotion. So how to handle that? I'm very sure कि human nature है ना, वो तो human nature है कि jealousy होगी, but
या मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि सारे इमोशंस वैलिड हैं. हमने जेलेसी फील करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, ये क्वेश्चन ही नहीं होना चाहिए. पहले तो एक्नॉलेज करना चाहिए कि हाँ, जेलेसी हो रही है. speak it out. Tell the other person that I'm feeling jealous है तो, और other person should also have the maturity to understand कि the emotion is valid. But then this is where the maturity includes how much you understand the other person's perspective and hold that space for the other person to let that emotion pass. वो जो jealousy होती है ना, वो permanent नहीं होती, वो
Of
आपकी
course.
चली जाती है.
Yeah.
लेकिन जब आई हुई है jealousy, तब आप उसे किस प्रकार से हैंडल करते हैं, वो इम्पोर्टेंट
वो फेज को बहुत मेच्योरली
Of course होता है. Like when you are saying this, I remember an instance where the husband wife were working in the organization, and the wife got a better appraisal because of her performance, and husband did not get the equal promotion.
एग्जैक्टली
The percentage of appraisal I am saying. So yes, it did happen there when the wife got promoted and the husband did not. तो natural है jealousy feel होना. तो ऐसे में उस emotion को understand करते हुए हमें कैसे space hold करनी है. Plus the partner who has not got that equal reward for the work,
राइट
he also has to understand, he or she has to understand that with time maybe आगे पीछे हो जाएगा दोनों का. तो this has to be mutual, everything has to be talked on. मैंने कहा ना, बात करने से बात बनती है. अगर आपके अंदर ही अंदर आप रखे हुए हैं, आप बात नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, कम्युनिकेशन नहीं है, तो प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकती हैं कनेक्शन में.
एंड a lot of people, you know, they have like a twin personality. जैसे ऑफिस में वो कुछ एक उनको स्ट्रेचर मेंटेन करके रखना पड़ता है. पर्सनली they are different kind of person. So what happens when these two overlap at workplace? क्योंकि the person with whom you are in a romantic relation, so उनके साथ तो आप अपना पर्सनल जो रहेगा, पर्सनालिटी आपकी जो खुद की पर्सनालिटी वो रहेगी, नॉट दी ऑफिस. तो ये ऐसा वो टू माइंड में हो जाएगा ना इंसान की, मैं इनसे किस तरीके से बिहेव करूँ
See,
at workplace.
as long as the other people around you, they know about that connection and you are committed to each other, you can little bit swap. मतलब थोड़ा सा वो overlapping होती है.
हाँ.
लेकिन अगर आपको वो hidden रखना है, you have to have strict boundaries, strict rules कि not even a smile you can give to the other person that can spark a doubt in the people around you.
राइट
बिकॉज वो आपको बहुत विजिल रहना पड़ता है ऐसे में. बट हाँ, कमिटमेंट है, सबको पता है, तो थोड़ा बहुत ओवरलैपिंग चलता है एंड इट्स ओके, इट्स फन एक्चुअली. बट अगर कमिटमेंट नहीं है, आप नहीं चाहते हो कि हमारे आसपास वाले लोगों को जब तक कुछ कमिटमेंट नहीं होता है कुछ पता चले, इट्स नॉट फेयर ऑन बोथ द पार्टनर्स टू मेक इट सो एविडेंट कि बाद में अगर वो कमिटमेंट नहीं हो पाता है, देन पीपल विल टॉक अननेसेसरली.
करेक्ट. या हाउ कैन काउंसलिंग help in if somebody is stuck in this situation, या वो निकल नहीं पा रहे हैं, या they want to start, या they are in the middle of that उनको उसको grow करना है, they want to explore further. तो how can counseling help in this?
वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन आयुष. क्या होता है जब आप उस सिचुएशन में होते हैं तो आप उस सिचुएशन को बाहर से नहीं देख पाते हैं. सो व्हेन यू कम फॉर काउंसलिंग, वी एज काउंसलर्स आर एबल टू सी द सिचुएशन नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम वन एंगल बट ऑल द एंगल्स. ठीक है, क्योंकि आप भले ही आप देख रहे होंगे चारों तरफ से, लेकिन एक एंगल आपके पीछे का हमेशा मिस हो जाएगा. तो जब आप किसी थर्ड पर्सन के पास जाते हैं, वो आपको सारे एंगल्स दिखाता है. इससे क्या बेनिफिट होता है? एक तो आपको हम दूसरे का एंगल भी बताते हैं जो आपको नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है, और उससे एक ये भी चीज़ होती है कि जब आपको सामने वाले की परिस्थिति समझ में आती है, हम ह्यूमन बीइंग्स हैं, इमोशंस हम सब में होते हैं, सेंसिटिविटी हम सब में होती है, तो एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप होती है. और ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप होने से सामने वाले के अंदर भी हम अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप कर सकते हैं.
राइट.
सो कई बार दोनों पार्टनर्स नहीं आते हैं हमारे यहाँ. एक भी अगर पार्टनर कहते हैं ना, एक ने भी समझदारी दिखा दी, तो अपने आप वो कनेक्शन में स्ट्रेंथ आ जाती है, वो बल मिलने लगता है वो कनेक्शन. हाँ, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, मैन एंड वुमेन थिंक डिफरेंटली. So if a man suppose comes for counseling and the other partner is not willing, and vice versa also, so we from a psychology perspective, we are able to tell them the personalities a man and a woman may carry.
Right.
Because the thinking, feeling and behavior patterns of a male and a female are different. So a man will always feel कि इसको ये बात समझ में नहीं आ रही है क्या, and the woman will always feel कि इनको ये बात समझ में नहीं आ रही है क्या, नहीं समझ में आ रही है भाई, तो वो हम समझाने की कोशिश करते हैं.
Right, right.
So that is where we intervene and tell them कि a woman thinks like this, feels like this and behaves like this because of this reason. And the vice versa also. We tell the woman also the other side of the story. That they don't understand on their own. क्योंकि एक book भी है. I would suggest the viewers to read it. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Venus, yeah.
So हमारी as a human being, in a male and a female mind and body, the needs are different. So once we understand those needs, we can modify if we want to coexist.
Correct.
तो अगर coexistence में हमें मतलब सक्सेसफुली रहना है, तो हम सबने वो बुक एक बार पढ़नी चाहिए, एटलीस्ट वंस
Right.
वो बुक पढ़नी चाहिए.
Got a lot of insights, on this romantic relationship at workplace. If you want to summarize the entire podcast, in just a couple of lines or two, any amount of lines you want to, but in short, that what should be done, what not should be done. If you are, if somebody is planning to get into a relationship, who's in middle of a relationship, who wants to end a relationship. So everything summarized into, a short.
Okay. We all deserve to be happy. All right. So if something is giving you happiness, stay in that. If it is not, come out of it as quickly as possible. That's it.
Thank you so much. This was very, very insightful. And I'm very sure the viewers, especially the ones working at corporate, would gain a lot of insights from this. Now they at least know the first step, what has to be done, what not has to be done. And if nothing else works, we have counseling.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.